Let's go. It's your back, they keep passing. It they bring out the best thing. I they feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I they feel you die.
What's happening, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. It's your boy Joel Awesome, alright? Still live from the home studio. AC still broke, so if you're wondering why I'm so sweaty and hot and grumpy, that's why. But we thugging it out, get some videos in. End of Oak Street was an escape for the heat for me going to the movie theater. But yeah, I like this one. Man. There's not much of a storyline with it, but it's entertaining enough. It is what it's supposed to be. And I don't really want to spoil it too much. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going into spoilers. So you ain't seen it, go watch it. Save this video, come back. I'm going to watch a review. Jeremy Jans doing his video. I'm going to react to his review. But my quick reviews, man, I loved it. Not really a storyline. Yes, there are some idiots. But they're always idiots in every movie. You can't really complain about that. My only issue is, what is up with these movies where people don't put their head on a swivel? At least double check. The paranoia of something sneaking up on me would be so high in these situations. You got dinosaurs coming out of nowhere. It's just crazy, man. But either way, I like the movie. I'd probably give it I don't know. I give it like an 8 out of 10. I give it an 8. You know what I mean? I don't really think any of the characters were really likable, but it's just fun to see people run away and get ate by a fucking dinosaur. Is it not? You know what I'm saying? So let's hear what Jeremy Jans has to say about the movie, and I'm going to react to shit.
Apocalypse, but instead of zombies, it's dinosaurs. It's even the sequence of here. I was like, it's like Resident Evil with dinosaurs.
It did feel like a zombie. It did feel like a zombie apocalypse a little bit, which I wasn't mad at. They did it better than some of the Jurassic Parks. Most of the Jurassic Parks.
A few years ago, over a decade ago. It has been 12 years.
12 years?
That's wild to me. This stars Hathaway and Ewan McGregor as a married couple in 1982 in this suburban town. Then a weird bright light happens and their town's inundated with dinosaurs at that point. The funny thing is,
it's like there's no reason, no rhyme. It's just like, oh, you're in a different, your town has been transported to the prehistoric time. And, and then, I guess you don't need one. I think some people will complain about some shit like that. Me, I didn't really. I was like, okay, we got dinosaurs coming out. And I still think they kind of set it up for a sequel without setting it up. I think they still kind of set it up for a sequel.
Dinosaurs eating neighbors, it's all fun. Even the dinosaurs in this movie do have that. They have feathers, which as time has gone on, or the right doom scroll article hits me, I see, hey, dinosaurs, they might have had feathers.
They had a lot of feathers and a lot of fur.
But the coolest part of the movie was what I've seen people call the slowest part of the movie is the setup, the build-up. It's doing that Jaws thing, also the beginning of Jurassic Park thing, also dinosaur movie thing, where you don't see what's out there, but you hear it. It's scary. Less is more. The build-up of this movie really felt like something out of the out.
They do that. I don't know if they playing with my emotions, but they be like looking at something and it's a bright light, and I'm like, man, flip the fucking camera. I want to see this shit. But it's like, obviously, they making you not see it for a reason. That should be killing me. But it be getting me. I think it's good. I think it's good when they do it.
Suburban town. Everything is so great. You know something's going to happen. That's what this movie is. It's a really solid episode of something like The Outer Limits that doesn't really work for me as a feature-length film. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The movie's some may love the end of Oak Street, some may hate it, but I feel like most will agree this movie's not as good as you might want it to be.
What?
First of all, the characters. I would have liked the characters more if they were more likable or...
Okay, I just said that. I can't disagree. I can't disagree with them. The characters, who gives a fuck? There was nothing likable about these people, nothing relatable about these people. It was just like, they're just there. You don't hate them, you know what I mean? But they're not really related. I think the dad was the most likable just because he was,
there's also
I don't know.
a little inconsistency. It's like, is this movie trying to be a comedy? Is it trying to be a horror movie? Or at the very least, a sci-fi thriller movie?
Man, we know it exactly. It was a sci-fi thriller, almost horror, so it's appropriate for kids, basically. They can't make it too scary because they don't, they want kids to go watch it. But at the same time, we want people to get their legs bit off by some fucking dinosaurs.
Are meant to be funny. There are other scenes where the audience was laughing, and I was like, I feel like this is supposed to be taken far more seriously than we're all taking it right now. Anne Hathaway is absolutely the
that's how they want you to do it.
Protagonist of this film. Also, I feel like her and Zendaya have some sort of competition of, hey, who can be in more movies in 2026?
Good Lord.
It's great in the movie. I mean, to be fair, her counterpart, Ewan McGregor's character, is a complete total wet rag of a husband and father. They're all sitting around in the dino apocalypse, and she's like, we need to go. We need to find food. We're going to starve to death if we stay here. He's like, no, if we go out there, we'll be killed. We need to stay here. I don't believe we'll die here. I just don't believe that. Yeah. Hell yeah. So the family dynamic goes from...
Once again, that's the part with these, it's like, bro, that's not relatable. That's not relatable to anybody's damn dad. Everybody wants some food. Like, nigga, somebody gotta go out there and get some food. Somebody gotta go out there and find shit. That the part that makes it really unrelatable. You know what I mean? I think this is what I kept thinking when I was watching the movie. Fight or flight. When does your fight or flight kick in? You know what I'm saying? At what point in time are you going to keep shaking in your boots? You're either going to run, tuck tail and run, or you're going to attack. You have two choices. But staying there frozen and shaking in my boots like it's Dragon Ball Z, it don't work. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what?
Great. I don't want to undercut Anne Hathaway because she's great. She's accomplished. We know she's good. But for this particular movie, I wonder, is she actually standing out because Anne Hathaway, or is she standing out because of a lack of competition? She's the only actual character in the entire film. I mean, granted, that could be an arc. The wimpy husband and father who steps up to save his family from the dinosaurs at one point. And it's... It's just not executed well. The whole thing kind of got repetitive and funny, which is great that it's 90 minutes long. Any longer, I would have gotten...
It was a short movie, man.
90 minutes is perfect for a movie like this. A story that
it was short. When they brought me my
pushed with feature-length film. Yeah, at a point,
my ticket for my food, I was like, that's early.
And yeah, dinosaurs kill people, and it's always fun, but it's not new. And I've seen dinosaurs kill plenty of people in cinema. Some of the dino chase sequences weren't great. There's one in particular I was like, this is a great chase sequence in the movie. No doubt. Also, I didn't know dinosaurs could be this stealthy. I'm not talking the clever girl kind of stealth. That makes sense. No, I'm talking about a big-ass Allosaurus. I think it was an Allosaurus. Sneaking up on people talking and things just like in the background, just walking toward.
That's what I'm saying, bro. How are you? You done seen people get ate by dinosaurs. They're sitting there talking. Everybody's back is turned and get snuck up on by a T-Rex. Not no little dinosaur. A Tyrann. I don't know what you might have called it something. It looked like a T-Rex to me. An Allosaurus or whatever, a Sneakosaurus snuck up on your ass. But I said, bro, nobody's looking around after your parents done got ate up and shit.
You are talking. Your peripheral vision.
That was my favorite part of the movie, man.
How stealthy is this? I
don't know if he's gonna mention it. My favorite part of the movie. So, they was running around. They find the black girl, and they're like, "Where your parents? Where your family?" And she's like, "Everybody ate. Everybody dead. It's just me." So they're like, "All right, you rolling with us." And then they're like, "All right, we got to get to the little magical bubble or whatever. And we get to the bubble, we'll get home." And then they get to the end. They do all this shit, get to the roof of the thing, and now the bubble is right over the tree. And the way the boy was like, "I'll go first," and his ass was hesitating while these fucking pterodactyls is coming after y'all asses. pissed me off. And I was like, bro, I can't believe y'all finna die waiting for this dude to hesitate to jump home. And then the black girl was like, fuck these niggas. She didn't say a word. She said, see you on the other side. I jumped in there like, nigga, I ain't got time to wait for you. Bro, I said the first thing when I seen the bubble, I said, bro, I probably would have hit that tree because I would have jumped in that thing immediately. I would not have hesitated. And you know what I mean? That thing would have disappeared. I would have probably hit my head on that tree like, damn. When the black girl said, fuck what y'all talking about, and just jumped in, that said, thank God the black people act like black people.
Part cut with the boom and the ripples and everything. But the characters in this movie have such little situational awareness multiple times in a world where they know everything.
That's the only part.
Trying to kill them.
Yeah.
Have your head on a swivel, or
head
the idiots we're following are the survivors. I hate to see the idiocracy of the rest of the town. The editing and pacing was weird too. Like there's this bully sequence. You have to set up early on. This
Oh yeah. That was so out of place. This kid jumps out of here and starts choking out the other kid because he's a bully, and that's what bullies do. Nigga, the world has gone to fucking prehistoric days, son. If, you know, there are dinosaurs eating people left and right, and you're worried about bullying the kid that you bully? And he broke my brother's arm. You broke your brother's arm because y'all some fucking bullies. But at the end of the day, nigga, that is bro. They was on broad day. They was sneaking up on this nigga like they wasn't in the prehistoric times. I'm like, bruh, this makes no sense. I was hoping they was gonna get 8. I don't think they got 8. I don't think we even saw what happened to him.
Against the main boy, the main kid of the family we're gonna follow. But we have this bully beatdown chase sequence between him and the smaller kid who's part of the family, and I'm like, has this dude been asleep for the past few days? There are carnivores out here that will kill him.
I'm saying.
It's like he didn't know. Granted, there's this moment he has where even he seems confused by it. The movie doesn't explain it.
And then he just
Maybe
dips.
It wasn't even the character who was confused. Maybe it was the actor being like, none of this makes sense.
The actor.
The family, the kids putting aside their grievances.
That's
for
right.
the betterment, for the sake of survival. It could be a good arc. It never happens. The kid just comes in, there's a bit of a tussle, he leaves. We never see him again.
Okay, yeah. Never.
The dinos sounded good.
I was like, what the fuck happened to him?
Happens, they're all like their ears.
Set up for the next movie. Maybe set up for the next movie.
But the audio is reflecting it, so you as the audience member, like, I had the urge to yawn and pop my ears. It made me pop my ears, but the movie made me feel like I did. That's effective. Granted, then the characters start explaining why their ears are plugged. Almost like they turn to the audience and they're like, that anomaly happened, and yeah, I feel like I have to plug my ears like they're underwater or something. You know, audience, just in case you didn't know why this is happening audibly with the sound system. Did I say plug my ears? Strike that. Reverse it. It would have been far more effective if you just let the audio play out. The audience gathers that's what's happening because that's what they're hearing. Maybe this is one of those moments in screenwriting you hear about where they have to break more down in cran because they're dealing with TikTok brains.
They think people are idiots. And I mean,
actually, it feels like
not everybody's an idiot, but
when at the end of one of the Jurassic World movies, I believe it was Blue, he was looking over this town. It was like, oh, the dinosaurs are coming to civilization. It didn't really go there. Well, this movie goes there. You get that Jurassic World.
And that's what we're talking about. That's what we wanted from Jurassic Park from fucking years ago, bro. Jurassic Park was it was a thing when I was a kid. Obviously, that first movie was crazy. But then, the other ones were what they were, and it was what it was. But then they hit us like, oh, Jurassic World is coming. I remember being in my mom's minivan hearing about it. I was like, what? Jurassic World is coming. They gonna be out in the real world. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be crazy. It's they on an island. They in a location. They locked up. I'm like, bro, y'all keep doing this same trope. Nobody wants to see this. I love when movies do this. All right. I love when movies in the Oak Street said, we gonna do a Jurassic World movie better than Jurassic World ever did. We gonna put the dinosaurs in the neighborhood with the people, fucking them up, eating them, everybody get I fuss with it. That's all we needed. I don't understand why Jurassic World refused to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? For like 3, 4, 5 movies. Even the last movie. I was okay. I did a review. Go check it out. But I'm like, man, finally. I love when in Ballerina did the same thing to Black Widow. This is a better Black Widow movie than Black Widow was. This is how you do a spy agent, bad bitch with a gun. All right? That's how you do it. I like, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to start saying this movie should have been like that movie. I know people say that about Multiverse of Madness and Everything Everywhere All at Once. I disagree. I love Multiverse. But either way, yeah, man.
Jurassic World movie without the title. It's like Nosferatu to Dracula is End of Oak Street to Jurassic World. So simply put, I actually could have made this review a lot shorter. Could have just said, this movie feels like it was written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan. For better or for worse, you have a mystery. Not only that, it's an extraordinary mystery. Dealing with dinosaurs in this case. You're dealing with your average, everyday people dealing with this extraordinary mystery and situation. You also have conflicting tone, comedy that compromises the drama, characters who don't act or talk like people do, and dumb decision-making throughout. If I didn't know this movie wasn't written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan and someone told me that afterwards, I'd probably believe that. You can test that out with a friend of yours. Take him to this movie.
Look, I don't know if I agree with him that the actors were bad actors. I don't think they were given a lot. I think there's a point in time where actors need to just take whatever character. Like, I mean, maybe it's on the directors. You know, maybe it's on the director. But, like, the characters need a little bit more personality other than being a scared little bitch. But I get it. You know, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to, I don't know, you don't want to take people out their lane. If you're good at this acting, you don't want to tell them to start acting this way. But I didn't think the actors did bad, but I also don't think the characters were that much more likable. I felt like the relationship between the husband and the wife was, I just didn't care. You know what I mean? Like, I think they wanted us to care that they were fighting, but I don't think there was enough there. They probably should have started off with a more like loving relationship and then we're fighting in the next movie. But either way, I enjoyed it. As long as we got dinosaurs eating people and fucking people up, which they did. I'm surprised it was PG-13, some of the stuff that, like, I was like, yo, this is graphic. Graphic as that. Either way, tell me what y'all think. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe.
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's time to